Let's see what we got here. All right.
We have breaking news
now. All right. Whoa. What the heck is that, dude? Oh my gosh. Wrong button here, guys. What the heck am I doing? There we go. I don't know what's going on there. I'm not sure I like all that, but we'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. All right. Let's see what we got here. Let's check this out. Let us check this out. Make sure this thing is working. You never know when it's working when it's not. What's up, guys? How are we? How we all doing? Oh yeah, we're good. Okay. Yep, audio's good. We're all right. I always gotta double check everything because I feel excited. What's up, Kevin? The heck? Literally just killed a mosquito. What? What the heck is going on here? It's like 10 degrees outside. It doesn't even seem possible. About to have pizza for dinner. Yeah, nice. How we doing? What's up, Dustin? Oh man, hey, I got a new bow in today. I was gonna open it with you guys here. I thought it'd be fun. Very excited. We'll get that rolling here in a second. Another day in paradise, baby. I hear you. We are. So I wanted to propose this question to everybody because I thought it was interesting. And I've been really thinking a lot about it this year with what we've seen so far, with the bows and the brands and stuff. And I was thinking, I mean, this is a hard question because it really comes down to like, if you haven't had a chance to shoot all the new bows, it would be kind of hard for you to answer. But it comes down to like, what do you really think is the best bow this year? Is my question. And I say that, it's like, what is the best bow? But again, it's hard for people to answer it who haven't maybe shot these bows a lot, or tried. What is that? High level member, Patty Two Sticks. You can follow back by start interacting with them. I am following. I don't know what that means. Thanks, Patty. Bow that has tuning. Yep. Dang, Dustin. I like where you're going with that. Hey, Garrett, how are you, man? So again, those of you wondering, I know a lot of people are coming on wondering what's going on with that bow giveaway. It is still happening, so I apologize for delays, but I do plan to rock that out. What's the date? First weekend of March is what it's looking like right now, time-wise, what I have. So, but it will get done, so I apologize. That's the Bowtech CP30, so we'll get that rocked out to you guys, get that going. So if you're a member, renew. If you're not a member, join. You can join on subscription on TikTok or on YouTube or on our website. So it's up to you. But, if you want to get in on that bow giveaway, just join that membership program and help us out and get on that. All right, where are we? There were some questions here. All right, let's see, Hunter, what you got? It's a great question, Hunter. I'll be able to tell you in a second here. Hold on a second. The thing is, I'm not at the studio, so unfortunately, I actually have both bows there, so it would be very easy for me to put them side by side. But let's just look at the specs real quick. Bowtech Solution SS. I'm gonna do a comparison here. It's a great question because I was thinking that when I was shooting it because I love the Bowtech Solution SS so much, and then the LS was like very similar and very nice, but I never was able to put two and two together because I didn't do the breakdown. So let me see if I can find the specs real quick here. First off, because it is a couple years old. Here they are. Okay, now let's go to Bowtech's website. Let's check out what Bowtech has for it. It could be, because the bow was amazing. I mean, it really was. That Solution SS was literally one of my favorite bows ever made. So, all right. So let's see what we got here. Let's look at the specs. Okay, here we go. 4.2 pounds, 4 pounds. So the Solution SS says 4 pounds. The Solution LS says 4.2. 30-inch axle, both 30s. Brace height. It was actually bigger on the Solution SS. The LS is 6.3. The Solution, so they're not the same bow right off the bat. I mean, spec-wise, they're not the same bow. Now, riser-wise, I mean, they're probably not the same, but, they're probably similar, I would say. I'm looking at the one now. I'm trying to look at the other. I mean, this is really hard without having them side by side. It would be difficult. So I don't think they're the same bow. I mean, spec-wise, they're not the same bow. But, LS is a great bow. I will say that right off the bat. But, the Solution SS is definitely, in my top 5 all-time bows, which is insane, but it is. Oh, feel-wise, yeah, they're definitely very similar. They both have great draw cycles, great shooting capabilities. I mean, at this point, I would definitely get the LS if you're interested in that type of feel. I think it's a great option. And if I'm being honest, let's see what's the price. So the price, yeah, $1,300. I mean, that's going to be about the price, right? $1,300 is going to be right in the prime Bears top bow. This a little cheaper than the Matthews, a little bit cheaper than the Proven, I believe. They're one step up from this. So yeah, it's kind of like that higher end middle ground, I guess you would call it nowadays. But yeah, but hey, I got a bow to show you guys right now. I actually just came in, so I'm pretty excited about this. I've been a little bit slow getting bows this year. Unfortunately, the companies have struggled to get us bows quicker. And again, ours come from a marketing perspective, so it's a little bit harder to get them than it is for people that own shops, of course, because they already get them because they pay for them, they have them. So normally I would get them pretty quickly early on because I'm usually involved in a lot of the early conversation pieces, but it is what it is. And I'm good with it because I don't really care because it's until I get my hands on it, I really don't know what a bow feels like. I don't try to go to shops to shoot them or anything. I wait for them to come here. So as we can see, it is another Hoyt. We just did the RX-9, and that thing was sick for those looking for carbon. And this is going to be our AX2. Here she is. Super excited about this one. So I've always been, I'm a very big fan of Bowtech as well. I feel like for my shooting preferences, Bowtech checks a lot of boxes. But I feel like I shoot best with a Hoyt. I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is. Something with the grip. I don't know. It's hard for me to explain it. But if I'm talking about accuracy here, by the way. So with me and accuracy, Hoyt is, by far, their bows, in my opinion, lock up so nicely. And this baby, see, now this is this is my type of bow. I like the size, okay? That's very important to mention here for me. I love the size of this bow. So, absolutely sweet. It's got that new Gen 4 cam on it. It's pretty lightweight. I mean, it feels very light for a metal bow. There's no specs on this, but what is this here? They give us a couple bolts here, probably for up in here. So this is the 29, but man, I tell you, that is a sweet looking riser. I mean, look at all the holes and stuff in that thing. That is really cool. Oh, I can't wait to shoot this. This is definitely going to be on my, probably what I'll start hunting with this year, to be honest. This will probably be my number one to start the year. And then I do try to plan to hunt with the Form from Prime as well. Maybe a Bowtech. I wouldn't mind if I can get time, but again, how many deer are you going to kill, right? So, we got that nice IMS. We can put that Vapor Trail on there. I really like. You could do a Trophy Ridge, any type that they have now with the IMS system. We got the front pick on these. That's one big thing that they push is the front pick, of course. And you can get pretty much anything with a front pick now. So the new Booney, your dialed, whatever you like, you're definitely gonna get it. That's sick. I will say this for those of you guys who don't shoot Hoyt and don't try it or don't care to try it, I would really still try the grip because the Vital Point grip is lights out, dude. That grip. That I think is why I shoot so well with a Hoyt for me personally, but 12 deer, I wish I get 12 deer. What's up, Frank? How you doing, man? Yeah, the Hoyt grip is just different, The Mathews did a good job this year. I was very excited that Mathews launched. Yeah, I agree, Garrett, 100%. I was really excited that Mathews launched the new grip system, so you have some options. Unfortunately, when they sent me the bow, they never sent me the option. So I did go see them at More Archery, which was cool to see it. But I didn't get a chance to shoot each one. And I really like to get my hands on the kit so I could shoot each one of them and at least give you guys a better feel for my thoughts on the perspective of the way it shoots with the different grips. Because I will say this, the Tech grip, which I've talked about obviously on the show before, from Total Peep, really changed the Mathews the way it shoots in a good way. Like it really made that bow fun to shoot last year, the lift. And so having this Lift X without it, it's kind of like, man, I really kind of want to put the Tech grip back on, but I don't because I know they have all these other options. So I've been waiting to get my hands on those. I still got to talk to them, see if I can get my hands on that kit, but I don't know. I mean, it looks pretty cool. No, let me look. So I don't think I've shot the Contour grip. That's what I was getting at. It's hard to, yeah, so I haven't shot in the Contour grip. That's what sucks. I don't have it. So that's one I need to get my hands on. But thanks for bringing it up because I will try to get my hands on it for this model I have at the studio there. Interesting. I put in Contour Mathews grip and Total Peep came up in there. Bond grip, Total Peep, Be Real came up. It's interesting. A few of them came up pretty quick. I feel like I asked for it. Maybe they just didn't give it to me. I don't know. I'm going to check my email. Just want to see if I'll just send a new email, whatever. I'll ask, see what they says. They might send, they might not. I don't know. It's hard to tell. You never know. Don't want to overweight. I don't want to make anybody mad either. Like, ooh, can I get the grip now? Can I get this? Oh, it sucks, Wesley. It sucks, man. Hey, join our program. Become hey, Bill, how are you? Become a subscriber, and you get a chance to win one. Just throwing it out there. I mean, it's pretty low costed for a chance to win one. But if you join the subscription program, we're giving away CP30 March 1st weekend. We'll give that away. And then after that, we'll have more. I'll keep working on the next couple things. And then we're going to bring in some other things throughout the year, of course. So we'll start working on all that coming up here. Yep. So Robert says, love my Hoyts. I just wish they would come out with the tuning system like everyone else. I agree. I mean, I think it's one of those things where yes and no, right? And I say yes and no because yes, I agree that it'd be awesome. It'd be so amazing if Hoyt came out with the tuning system, but at the same time, I don't want to lose anything great that I'm getting with the performance of their cam now. I guess I would say, like the way it shoots now, I love. So I'd be a little bit nervous, to do that. You know what I mean? Like I'd be a little bit nervous. And I'm not saying if they can get away with it, I'm down. But if it changes the way this bow shoots, then I don't know. I'd be willing to worth it for me because I don't ever really have any tuning issues. So I don't know. I don't know. Yes, Wesley, actually we do. If you go on our website, bowhunterplanet.com, we have a bunch of secondhand bows we do sell on there to help raise funding for things we're doing. And we also have, you can go to Bow from Bear Archery with our code BHP 2025 and get 20% off any bow they have. So if there's some options there you want, feel free. The glue, does the entries from last giveaway still count? Yes, if you're still a member. So if you're still a member, you'll be on there. I'm going to scrub that list for people who have dropped their membership, and those will be removed. So if you didn't renew or you're not going to renew, just know that you won't be on there. So just FYI, because only a member can actually win. But yes, the glue, I will make sure to carry over all the actual members' extra entries for sure. Yeah, the Hoyt speed was great. Yeah, the Hoyt speed was great in this bow for sure. I had heard, it sounded like in the video they talked about the angle changed a little bit. Maybe I'm not saying that right, but I could have swore it sounded like they increased the angle or something, which made it a little faster. I don't know. What's up, Reagan? Thanks for stopping in, man. Appreciate that and the gifts. Oh, there's not a lot of deer in Oklahoma. Dang, Reagan with the hookup. Thanks, man. Appreciate it. You must have got some your points back there to use all those. I gotta get some points to give away myself. I feel bad. I don't want to buy them on the app. I gotta buy them on the website. Actually, I need to do that tonight. I know Botox going live in a little bit here at 7:30. I told him I come in the chat and try to throw in some questions for him, but and so I just figured I'd come on early before that, and then thanks, man. Appreciate that. Thanks, appreciate that. Where was I? Let's see if I missed anything here. What are you shooting now, Garrett? Garrett said I've owned a Hoyt for 15 years. Maybe it's time again to get a new one. Robert, thanks for joining the program, man, on YouTube. Appreciate that. I'm sorry, I just saw it. I apologize. Just looked over now. So thank you for that. So we did a new thing on YouTube. It's actually pretty interesting because they have like different types of tiers. In YouTube, we did a plus one. So like it's base plus. So it's like a little bit more money, but not a lot. So it's like getting an entry for like a quarter of the price, an extra entry. So it's pretty cool. So I did add that program over there, guys. FYI, if anybody was looking for that or some options maybe for getting extra entries in as far as the base program is concerned. You have to talk to his girlfriend. Are you saying you have to talk to MFGJ's girlfriend to get him to do a live with Scotty? Is that what you're saying? Yeah, I see that, Reagan. You're going to be like in deep red here. Ah, okay, cool. You should have told me, Dustin. I got MFJJ's number on my phone. I could have just called him for you. We did some collabs with him early on last year, I think. But then he kind of exploded on YouTube. He hasn't really exploded on TikTok necessarily, but YouTube, he's definitely gotten real far, real fast. But he's done a good job. I mean, content-wise, for those who don't do content like we're doing, like he's doing, I'm doing, Mike's Archery, YouTube is hard, man. It's a different monster than TikTok. TikTok is like easy in comparison because TikTok, you can really do anything. You could do anything. I could just show a cam turning, it could do 1 million views. It's weird. But like YouTube, you have to find the algorithm. I mean, it is so difficult to find the right algorithm to get your videos to pop first. And he's dominated it somehow. I don't know what they're doing over there. They figured something out. But it's cool. I'm glad for him. I mean, the more people see archery, the better. That's what it's all about. I mean, so for me, I think it's amazing, but I wish I could get the code, man, because it's not easy. And I think the thing is just consistency in constant, the good content, of course, but very hard to do. And I've been doing it for a long time. It's just so strange, and it always changes. Paul says he's still on the PSE bandwagon for now. Yeah, it's hard, Paul. I get it. Like to me, PSE is a good shooting bow. It always has been. And their carbon models are great too. So I totally understand that. I don't know. I just don't know where they're gonna go. I feel like PSE is in a weird position because they've lost all these like what I would say important people, and they don't really do anything anymore. And I find it interesting. I don't know where that leaves them. Like what's gonna happen? I don't even know what you know what I mean. Like I don't even get it. Like it's so strange to me. It's like I don't know. It's hard to explain it, but I feel like it's just a whole different company in the last few years. I'm his manager. Oh, well, she knows the code then. Thanks for the follow, Dalton. Appreciate that, man. What's up, Kentucky Bow Hunter? Scotty's always killing it. I mean, Scotty, the thing about Scotty is like he's just a good guy. Like his videos are I mean they're just entertaining. I mean it's like Skyler who does all the TikToks and now YouTube too. He's real big on YouTube as well with the deer. He's like, he plays the deer, wears the deer outfit and all that. Like he just kills it. I mean, his volume of views and all that is just amazing. Because it's just good content. Scotty's just good content. It's that simple. I mean, it's a different type of content, but it's spot on for what he's good at. So I mean, he does wonderful, which is great. Again, to me, Scotty, or you want to call him Bow Talk or Bow Daddy or Bow Boy, whatever. Like to me, he's what we need in the industry. He's like the youth that needs to step up and start doing these things, and he's doing an excellent job at it, and it's drawing people in, and that's all that matters here. At the end of the day, the more people in, the better it is for archery in the long run. I mean, it gives us more power when it comes to voting. It gives us more power when it comes to getting rules changed. It gives us more power in the spend that we're spending as people, but we need a lot more people doing it. So it's very hard to do. Dustin, I've been doing this for a long time, man. Like I can see talent and no talent. I mean, people like MFJJ, Scotty, they have great talent, and not just them two. Obviously, there's a lot more guys I'm not talking about, but they're out there. Skyler, again, just that talent is not easy to come by. We've been trying to find the next generation of Bowhunter Planet to take over Bowhunter Planet for literally 15 years. I mean, it's never happened. I've never been able to find anybody that could do that. And like Scotty can do it. I asked him, he's like, I got my own stuff. I'm too busy. I'm like, dang, that would have been great, to get someone like him on board to do the content, take over that, because it does need to go to a younger crowd over and over. Like I'll always be here to help, whatever. But like content wise, a youth, and the problem is the youth that we thought would do it, like our kids and stuff, they don't want to do it. And it's very, very frustrating. It's not easy trying to find a different path, I guess, going forward. Right. Paul says, "Yep, sucks. PSC lost Dudley, but yeah, I agree. It sucks, man. And not just that, like I said, they've seemed to not do a ton in the last few years, and I don't know what that means or what's going to happen with that, but it's interesting. Also, I was going to throw out there, I don't know what the deal is with that Athens patent, if it really was a patent or not a patent, and I was saying that because there was mention of, Hoyt needs to have a tuning system. Well, I feel like someone else could take that tuning system if they think they can get it through, right? What's up, Perry? How are you, man? I love APA, Perry. APA is a great company, great people. They're Canadian, so there might be a tariff soon. We'll see. But I mean, they're good people, man. Like the bows are great. They're fast, powerful, small. I think one of the things I love most about APA is the size. I love that you get the narrowness of the riser. Is it different than the current bows we see on the market? Yes. Did all the current bow companies do something like that in the past? Pretty much. But I like that they held to that idea. It's just my opinion, but I think that that's a great idea to do because you're getting a narrow rise, you're getting a very good shooting bow, you're gonna get your deer. I mean, there's no way you're not killing a deer with it. So I mean, for people to be like, oh, it's outdated technology, it's not. It's fine. It works wonderful. And yeah, it's just my 2 cents. But good people, great brand. Definitely recommend that if you're interested in that. It's not average Joe content. Uh, hey, Boutique, what's up, man? I gotta talk to you about something offline, by the way, but I'll hit you up like tomorrow. Some interesting information. Yeah, I hear you, Paul, but you know they work. I mean, it works great. It is different. I mean, don't get me wrong here. I agree, it's different, but I guess it depends what you're doing with it too. You know, if you're trying to go for like some sort of competition shooting, any of that stuff, then I don't know. I would probably agree that you probably want a more wider platform for stance. You know, because obviously the winners are using these big bows and stuff. But like for straight bow hunting, I don't know. Ben Pearson, oh my god, Kevin, that was I remember Ben Pearson for years. Then they got bought out by someone else, and then they didn't really do anything with it either, and it kind of just went to the dust. What's the bow brands you can get in Australia? Or can you get anything, or only certain ones? Galvis, yeah, I would just go with Dustin's comments there. He's a whiz with this stuff, and he's gonna know faster than I would. I'd have to work out the numbers. All right, what's this say? Yeah, sure. Scrotes 3Z. Longer bows with longer axle tend to be more accurate. But again, that kind of goes on the shooter. So yes, most of the time, a longer bow is going to be heavier, more stable. So when you pull it back, it's going to be stable. Generally, they have long brace heights, which means the arrow gets out of the system faster, so less errors can happen in your movement. But also, so they tend to be more accurate. And a lot of people like the longer ones for 3D target and even some for deer hunting. I am opposite. I'm a huge fan of 32 and below, mainly 20s. I like 30s, 30. I could shoot anything really from 27 to 32. It's my hot spot for me, those areas. But you know, you can do either way. Yeah, I hear you, Paul. I don't know, man. I haven't. It's a good question. I don't think APA's really had a lot of limb issues though. Overall, I mean, I think you know it's been a while since the double limb or the single limb, whatever you want to call it, was a thing. Um, but technology has changed over the years as well. So that those limbs, those fiberglass, I would assume have gotten much better, even that alone. So I would think just the two limbs would be fine, you know. But I don't know. I haven't had any issues with the APAs. We've had them for years. Not a single issue with the limb, you know, that I've ever seen, at least with APA. 7:02. We got a little time left, guys. Thanks for that, Scroats. Appreciate that. Again, if you're in the stream on any platform and you want to get in on the bow giveaway, please join the subscription. There's a star on TikTok, on YouTube. Where are you? YouTube. There's a join channel under the channel. So you could do it there if you want to get in on that. You can see some people in the chat have a logo. It says Team BHP on YouTube and on technically on it says team on TikTok. Gage really wants that tie-dye osprey. I think I'm gonna hold on to that forever, to be honest. I don't know. I think I'm gonna hold on to that until I liquidate BHP. When BHP gets liquidated or sold, then I will sell everything and you could get it at pennies on the dollar. Carbon Zion, man, I haven't had one of those in a while. Yeah, that is single limb. Diamond did have a couple, they still have a couple single limbs as well. However, there is a difference there because you know, a diamond bow price wise is nothing really close to an APA. So I understand why, like, what Paul's saying is like, you know, at this price level, he's saying like, well, I'd rather have the split limb, you know, than a single limb at that price level if he's going to buy something that's that much money. So I totally get it. Like, but in the lower price point market, there are a few of those, in the diamond lineup. I don't think there's any in the bear lineup, or correct me if I'm wrong, guys, but I don't think bear's got any single limb bows or PSCers. PSC have the stinger, or has that got dual limbs too? Split limb, I mean. It's been sitting for a while. You better change the strings. Oh yeah, Prime Boutique says the Prime Ronin was a sleeper bow. That bow is more than a sleeper. If I was Prime, I would push that a lot. I don't feel like they push it enough. The Ronin, I feel like it was definitely a sleeper. And to be fair, so is the Darton bow at that price point. They also have a cheaper bow. And again, I see a lot about Darton on some of the media stuff, but I don't see it on everything. And I don't know what their plan is. I don't know what their overall goal is. But Prime, I know, is trying to push, obviously, into the bow hunting market. What's up, Dave? But my whole thing is the Ronin is one of those bows that are like, it's just too good to be true. It's like, you got to, for this price, I could see that Ronin being $999, $1199, instead it's $850. It's a steal. And you get all that, not all the Prime technology, but majority, which is pretty awesome, I think. Big time sleeper. Yeah. I would say, I won't say, in my opinion, I like the Torx from Hoyt, but I wouldn't buy that bow over that Ronin. That's my thing. I feel like the Ronin gives you more technology than the Torx gives you from Hoyt. So I feel like in that price point, it's very dominant in my mind that it's either Prime or Darton, I guess, in that price point, that cheaper price point. Because I feel like that's a great spot. Anything under that is bear archery all day, in my opinion. But anything under those prices. I don't know, Average Joe. I don't know if I can handle pig hunting. I'm just kidding. I've done some in Texas. It was pretty amazing, and I had some good times down there. Nice. What kind did you make, Ryan? What kind of deer jerky did you make? What kind of spice did you use? Oh my gosh, KY Bowhunter is waiting for his dial proof to come in. Dude, that thing is sick. I love it, man. I was blown away. I was blown away by the lightness, right? I'm going to do a video coming up, actually. I've been working on it, trying to, on the side a little bit. I've been busy, but I've been trying to, there's a couple of videos we still have to do. Obviously, I got this Hoyt we need to do, but that proof, I wanted to put it up against the Booney because I love Spot Hog as well. I'm a big Spot Hog person, but I think it's so much lighter. It's so light that I was very intrigued by it. I would love to see, I don't know, has anybody had any issues with the proof? I'm interested to see how it holds up because it's so light. But I feel like it's probably just a really good aluminum. But I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure. Well, Liquid Smoke, I've heard of that. Yum. Thank you for the hearts. Appreciate that. Yeah, but this baby's looking good. I can't wait to shoot this thing and set it up. Oh my gosh. Beauty. A lot of holes in there, a lot of cutouts. Just awesome. I'm just going to assume this, but the speeds were really good on that RX9, and I am hoping that they're the same with this one. Thanks for the finger hearts. Appreciate that. Cayenne pepper in there. Thank you guys for the gifts. For everybody who sent gifts, if I missed you, I apologize. Whoa, don't break, don't fall on me. All right, let's set this baby down gently. I don't want. Stay there. Don't fall on me. Don't need any issues there. So average Joe with a bow says, "What's the longest you've held back on a shot?" I actually have a video of this. I'm gonna see if I can find it, and so I could post it in the YouTube chat because I don't think I could post it in the TikTok chat, but it is actually crazy. Strotherville, it's called. So I don't know. I've been doing this a long time, guys. So I have like a lot of like awesome memories. And this is one I did. I'm trying to think which one it is here. I think that's Strotherville 3. Strother double. No, it would be. It must have been like 4 minutes. I mean, it was so long. I'll never forget because I froze my butt off, man. I had to hold that bow back. Yeah, I think it's this one right here. 11 years ago. Jeez. I've shot so many different bows. Like looking back on it, it's crazy. Let's see if this is the one. It might be part 2. No, maybe it is this. No, it's this one. I'll never forget it because it was right at dusk, man. I had to hold for so long. Yeah, this is it. Oh my gosh. So I'll put this in the chat for this. I just dropped the link in the chat for the YouTube. It's literally insanity. Holding a bow back for that long is one of the lessons I learned. Like because it was basically if I let down there was a doe. If I let down, she was gone. If I held it, obviously I was struggling. It was freezing. It was like 10 degrees, but it was a great experience, and I got it, so it worked out. Thanks, Moose Archer. Appreciate that. I would say mine was about 4.25. It's definitely between 3 and 5. I would say that. Yeah, that's hard, man. Which bow were you shooting for that? If you guys are looking for that video I was just talking about, you can go on the YouTube chat, the live, and there's the links in there. But yeah, I held it for a while. I don't know if the video shows the actual time I held it fully, but it was crazy. RX8 shaking like a leaf. Then I used to have a guy on my team. He always say that. He would go like this, like, I was shaking like a leaf every time he like be hunting to get a deer on video. He'd be like, I was shaking like a leaf. Yeah, it's a good idea. Average Joe says I try to recommend practicing and holding back. Yeah, for sure. Let's see if I can pin that one. That's good. Good conversation there. All right, where are we at here? Dave's Outdoors 82. How are you, man? My biggest deer is a 142, Shane. Trying to resubscribe, but having a problem finding the agreed to terms. Dave, if you end up not being able to do it there, jump over to YouTube and do it there or on our website, whatever's easiest for you. But you got a little time. We're doing that March 1st weekend, so just make sure you get back on by then. And if you had extra entries from that last one, you'll get those back as well. So just FYI. Once you resubscribe, I'll give you whatever entries you had in the other one as well. Thanks, Chris. Appreciate that. Do I fish? Yeah, I do fish sometimes. I wouldn't say I'm great at it, but I used to do a lot of river fishing. That was where I really thrived. And I did pretty good at it. But I was actually telling a story last night. Actually, it's funny. We went to we were just in Kalahari water park. So I just got back from today. So my younger son and his friend and his dad, we went to Kalahari. And so I was in Ohio, if anybody's from Ohio here. And I drove to Ohio to go to Kalahari. Anyway, so he says that his son doesn't like do a lot of stuff, but he says like, my son's really getting into fishing, like big time. And I'm like, oh, really? So I start talking about fishing, and I work with GSM a lot on other stuff. So they own tons of fishing brands. So I was like, oh, have you ever heard of this brand or that brand? I'm. So we are talking, whatever. And it brought up a memory I had that when I was fishing on the riverbank on the Rifle River in Michigan, I had found this tackle box with all my dad's old lures, and some were my grandpa's before him, and they were like these really cool wooden ones, like real unique. And awesome, Average Joe. Thanks, man. Thanks for the offer. We'll see what happens. What state you in? And so anyway, so this lure is this wooden lure, and it's so cool looking. It's like carved by hand or something. So I put it on my string, and I started casting it on the river, and I literally cast it maybe one time. It was one or two, but I literally started pulling. I got snagged, and I looked and I saw the biggest muskie I've ever seen with it in its mouth, and I was like, "Oh, here we go!" And I started like, you know, pulling it, whatever, and then it. I didn't have a lead on it, so it just went, snapped it off, and was done. And I didn't at the time, for some reason, I didn't think about having a lead on it. It was so crazy. So crazy. I was so disappointed that I lost it. But then I thought, maybe that was my grandpa saying hi, right? Showing that giant fish and be like, but not so fast. It was huge, huge fish. But yeah, and I used to do a lot of river fishing. Awesome, Average Joe. There's a lot of people in Georgia actually on here. It's interesting. Dang, Average Joe's killing it. Dude, you got one video with like 61 million views on it. That's insanity, man. Nice job. I'm gonna have to watch that one. It must be incredible. Average Joe with a bow hunting hogs, GoPro 10. Oh, dang, you're holding that bow for a while. That was a nice shot. Yeah, I'll go through and watch all these actually. Here, let me hit my subscribe button so I make sure I come back and turn on the bell. Actually, Average Joe, we should do a live together sometime just because I'm actually interested to see how it works with channel to channel on YouTube when we get time. Parker Hunter Mag shot from a first doe. Oh, wow. That's awesome, Kevin. Kevin's first bow, he said, was a Parker Hunter Mag. Dang, dude. What's up, Jameson? March 1st weekend, we're giving that bow away. Your entries from the last one will carry over. Yeah, that's pretty cool, Average Joe. That is really cool. Not in Michigan. We're donezo. It's like 10 degrees out there with snow everywhere. It's so cold. I have a heater on right now in my my legs because it's even cold down here. Yeah, who's going to the TAC in Michigan? Anybody going to the Michigan TAC? You guys just doing Pennsylvania? I'd like to know because I'd like to try to tag along this time around. I'm looking at that bow right now for you. I don't ever remember the Justice very well. I was just trying to see. Oh yeah, that's the one they launched last year, right? That was like yeah, it had a cool look to it, but it's missing some tech, right? It doesn't have like the deadlock or something. Yeah, I like it. I haven't shot it though, so I don't know to speak to it, but I love the look of it. I think the look is sweet. It is a Bowtech, so I'm sure it shoots great, but it's pretty cheap. But see, my opinion, but I feel like they didn't market this bow correctly. I mean, this bow should have been correct, like marketed right with the Ronin, even at 850, right? It should have been right there. Just my opinion, but thanks, Justin. Appreciate you resubscribing. Appreciate that. Well, the good news, guys, for those who are subscribing and those who are subscribing for the first time or resubscribing, we're only at 34 out of the 200. So at the last giveaway before we did it, it was at 100 and something, like 120. So that means that we're going to remove all those people from the giveaway. So I mean, that should be some pretty good odds this time around. Thanks, Average Joe. Appreciate that, man. Yeah, maybe it's possible. We'll see what happens. I just don't know when I can get to Georgia is my only issue, but we'll figure it out. It'd be some good content, though. I love to do some hog hunting again. I also love that you do it with a bow because I have seen some things they don't use bows; they use like guns and dogs. I'm like, I don't know, man. I'd rather just use some bait and like use my bow. Bow fishing, yes. I wouldn't say a ton though. I do plan to do a little bit more this spring because a friend of mine bought some land that's got waterway right behind it, made for that. So Muzzy sent me a few things to play with this year. I was planning to go out there and get some content as well. Mm. So anyway, all right, guys, I gotta go. I know Botox gonna go live soon, so I don't want to be in his way, and I don't want you guys to have to figure out if you want to go there or here. So, thank you guys for coming on. Appreciate it. Thanks to those who subscribed, sent gifts, all that good stuff. Thanks, appreciate it, Average Joe, and well, thanks to the YouTube community as well for coming on tonight. Appreciate it. And X, I did go live on X. I think I don't know. I don't think anybody watches on there, but it's worth a shot. Anyways, good night, guys. We'll see you. I'll see you in the chat at Botox. All right. Now I'll see you guys later as well. Have a good one. If I can figure out. Oh, here we go.